I'm noticing once in a while that I'm making a video that I'm telling people watching it that I'm discouraging people from actually watching it because I feel it's gonna make people feel bad, and I don't want to make people feel bad watching my videos, but I feel it necessary uh, for the purpose of my what I'm documenting what's going on with me, that I need to report this stuff that's unpleasant that's going on with me. So just I'm gonna put all the viewer discretion advisories in anywhere on the thumbnail, I guess, on the description. Don't watch this video, please, if you not don't want to feel bad. Uh, uh, it has to do with the topic of abuse, getting abuse from somebody, and then uh, the real abuse is then that you're prevented from reporting the abuse that you're getting. Can you see how painful that would be? That you can't tell people that you're being abused, you're being oppressed. The oppressor is limiting your communication, preventing your communication of the oppression, that the atrocity they're committing against you. I'm seeing it so much. For varieties of reasons. For instance, uh, uh, the threat of losing your job, the threat of being dismissed, expelled from school, or just not being able to succeed in your career or academically, and the threat of legal action, the threat of physical violence, right? That would prevent you from voicing your reporting what's being done to you. I'm seeing that so much, that it's so prominent, that I really think it means, I don't know yet all of the ramifications of this, what it really means. I just feel like I'm getting that so prominently that I just have to report it here. I just have to document it here. I feel I was gonna list everything that's happened to me, because the number of situations that I've gotten, that there's two situations where I have been dealt with unjustly, that I was gonna leave Yelp reviews, that then I was attacked so harshly that I removed those reviews. You see, I wasn't able to, and that's an injustice. And the whole bit about this is how important, the importance of the First Amendment. You see, supposedly you shouldn't be prevented from speaking the truth. Sure, you can't yell fire in a crowded theater, right? But if someone is abusing you, you should be allowed to report it. Certainly. Right? You should be allowed to do that, and it's the First Amendment. It's almost sacred. It's the most important of laws. And then if that is being violated for some reason, it's that serious. You're not allowed to speak your mind. You're prevented from speaking. There's something about that. I think that. So there's the two incidents There was an incident in the job where I received the obvious threat of legal action, although it wasn't stated in those specific terms. Although I actually got that received those that you're gonna get sued doing this. I did receive it, but I also got it in another way that wasn't so explicitly told, but was obviously that's what it was. The threat of physical violence. You write text like that again, I slap on the, on the fist. You write text like that again, I like to punch. I've gotten that actually. And then being falsely accused of yelling. When you're voicing your concern about something you're getting that's unfair, it is absolutely not yelling. Just was talking in a normal tone, and having it being reported to your supervisor that you're yelling. You yelled, right? So then, can you imagine when you have to work with this person again? You would be terrified because if you talked the normal voice that you had talked to with this person before, and was reported at yelling, then at any point you're at risk of being reported again, right? At talking a normal tone, then I just stated I just can't work with this person anymore. I just can't. There's no way I can work here again. That's what I did. That's the best I could think of. In a relationship, being repeatedly consequenced very harshly for voicing a concern, and being told repeatedly over and over again how mean and horrible you are for speaking a concern. Imagine getting that. That's an abusive relationship. So that let me see, does that cover it all? I was scolded in a situation for it's painful. This stuff is painful. And this is the thing. I mean, I've discussed a lot of this with Janet, and she says this is patterns that my own soul is drawing in. It's not the people. It doesn't serve to blame the people involved, and the fact that it's repeated, the pattern is repeated, is just proof that it's a pattern, right? That it's the exact same thing, an authority asserting itself over you in that way and preventing you from it. But the exact thing being repeated, it certainly means something, you see. And then I reported about that image of a noose on my neck being prosecuted for speaking out, and then that being the cause of the cough, so which has also been prominent. There's something there that I have to work out, and I'm told I should not hate or blame the perpetrators, and realize that it's something in my own soul that I'm drawing in, possibly from stuff that's happened in past lives, and that's in my soul, and it's this patterns, and it definitely is communicating something to me. It has to do with the restriction of communication and the authority, and I'm constantly like meditating on this, to decipher what it means. So this is I talked to Janet about this just earlier today. I talked about it in the earlier video. that I certainly voicing your truth responsibly. That I was this individual was saying that she was constantly getting into trouble for she was saying she was voicing the truth, but when I was listening to her, there was profanity involved, and there was language that made people around her feel threatened. So obviously that you can't do that. I do have speak language that is offensive. I certainly admit to that. You see, you just watch my channel. The videos that I make. I certainly the sexual content that offends a lot of people, some more than others. You know, a Jehovah's Witness, a born-again Christian is more likely to be offended by sexual content than the rest of us, right? And I'm starting to see it like this is what happens. You start talking about it, and the stuff comes up. So obviously, like that's the thing. That's the thing. I'm getting it right now. I'm getting it. I have to be responsible and considerate and careful with what I speak, especially if I'm doing it publicly, right? That this movie on Netflix we're watching over and over again. It's just called Love, and it's just pornographic, and people look at it and how can they get away with this stuff on Netflix? Netflix isn't supposed to show porn, but then it's like an artsy movie, and somehow they get away with it. They got the artistic license to do it, and I would imagine people would be offended at that they shouldn't be exposed to that. But the director himself seems to be talking through the main character in the movie, speaking his desire to that he has to express that reality, the intensity, of life by being completely explicit about it, and that's what it is. That's what it is. I feel the Zeke show has that obligation, you see, of I'm telling you as what it is, and it needs to be explicit, you see. It needs to be explicit to be accurate and honest. And then I realized that was the reason I was told that I wanted this stuff to be to share it with my classmates in my classroom, and I was told that it was offensive. That's certainly one of the reasons that was given, that this material content is offensive, and the class needs to be protected from it. I'm starting to get it. And Janet, I was having this discussion today with Janet that I would gain more legitimacy by being more responsible and not speak the stuff that's so explicit. You see, I lose legitimacy by speaking stuff that offends people, that I could otherwise say. I could find tactful ways of speaking this stuff. It would be just as effective to get the point across without violating the boundaries of the people watching it. There it is. There it is. I didn't realize I was gonna get here when I started this video, but I got here. I got it. It's not the people in my life who are doing this, it's me. The language of life is speaking to me and I am listening. Did you get that? Did you get that? It just happened. It happened right here. I'm Zeke Matevosian. You're watching The Zeke Show.